I'm Lisa Gonzales, Chief Business Officer here in the Mount Diablo Unified School District. And in this week's episode of Ask the CBO, there have been some questions about what comprises wages and benefits. So I'm going to try to briefly cover that today. So to start with, I know many of you have asked, what does Mount Diablo pay for benefits or pay and what's comprised of benefits? And my response is, it depends. So there's a list of things here that employees receive. They receive salaries based on their position, their longevity, stipends, years of experience. And then some of those benefits also play in, for example, if they're getting benefits for one person, two people, a family, if they're getting cash in lieu, which means instead of getting the benefits, they're getting cash in return every month for not taking the benefits. There are also some components of vacation payout for individuals who don't take all their vacation days. They do get paid for that. There's Social Security that some of our employees have and don't have. And then the two big words that I think you all know by now, which is STRS and PERS, State Teachers Retirement System, and PERS, Public Employee Retirement System. But the best way to really show this is to give you an example of an employee. So we're going to start with a classified employee. This is what we're going to pay 12 months of the year. This is a 20-year employee. It's a classified staff member in the technology department. This is an individual who has family benefits, which means 3 or more people qualify for benefits. Again, 12 equal paychecks that are going to look pretty close to what you see here. And this is not a management individual. So to start with, you see a monthly salary of approximately $7,500. The PERS, the retirement component that we pay for as an employer, is approximately 22.91%. On top of that, you see OASDI, that is Social Security, so we pay 6.2%. Medicare is another 1.45%. The health for this individual, because they are a family, it costs the district $1,692 per month for the health benefits. And then you see dental, then you see vision. SUI is state unemployment insurance. It's about 0.5%. Workers' compensation is 2.2%. And then OPEB is other post-employment benefits. We pay this on every single employee, and it's something that we use a system called pay-as-you-go. And so what you'll see is for that employee whose salary is $7,500 per month, it is costing us $12,000 per month. So really one of the easy ways that we do that on the back end is if we're estimating the cost of an employee, we say, okay, the salary is roughly $7,500. We multiply that by 33.26%. That's what you get when you add up all those columns. And that's what it is that we're covering on the district side. So it's not just the salary that we're paying for, but we pretty much take a look at classified staff and we add another 33.26% for all of those costs. Now let's take a look at a certificated example. This is a 16-year teacher. This person gets 11 paychecks per year, and this individual receives family benefits. And so what you see here is you see a monthly salary of $7,344.16. You see STRS, State Teachers Retirement System. You'll see that this one is less than the Public Employee Retirement System, so it's 16.92%. Again, this is the district's share of what is paid. Medicare is another 1.45%. Health, we are again looking at an individual who has 3 or more dependents, so that would be family. Dental, vision, state unemployment insurance, there's that 0.5% there. Workers' compensation, 2.20%, and the other post-employment benefits is 198.42. So in total, this individual, the cost for that individual for the month would be approximately $11,000 or $10,934.75. When we take a look at the cost of this individual, a faster way to do it, although we have all this back end, but if we wanted to estimate it, we would take that salary of $73.44 a month. We would multiply it times 21.07. We would multiply that times 11 months because this person gets 11 paychecks, and that's what you would see. Another couple of questions came up. Here are some of the answers to that. Benefits are calculated based on salary, stipends, and longevity, which means that those additional amounts that we're paying, with the exception of the benefits, all of those components are calculated on top of the salary. Sometimes you'll see overtime listed, for example, for those of you that have been sharing numbers from Transparent California. Overtime is paid for individuals who are getting paid above and beyond their 40 hours per week. Custodians, some of our technology staff, fiscal, human resources, landscapers, plumbers. These are pretty much all non-management positions. So those are the ones that you may see overtime, especially if we're running short on positions. That does come up. Medical benefits, somebody asked about what we calculate as our ongoing medical benefits. We assume an increase every year for somewhere between 5.5 to 8%. It really depends on what the indicators are that we're hearing out there. We take our guidance from School Services of California and FCMAT, the Fiscal Crisis Management and Assessment Team. And then what we do during the year is, if we find out that those numbers change, we just go in and we adjust our budgets. Benefits increase every year in January. Unlike everything else we do, everything else runs on a fiscal year, being July 1st through June 30th. Benefits kick in and changes take place in January, and all of our employees are notified. I know that there was also another question that said, do employees know what all these costs are? Absolutely. Every time that someone gets a paycheck, in that it explains every one of the categories that you saw on the previous couple of slides. There was another question, what do we pay for retirees? And I am just going to stick to the it depends. It's very specific. It does depend on the individual. And to try to go in that here would be very time consuming and somewhat confusing. And I certainly don't want to muddy the waters. Many of you asked about the questions here with regards to benefits. I hope this helps you see a little bit of the additional costs that we have, because when we're factoring anything in, we're always taking a look at those additional costs. And with that said, if you've got a question, please go ahead and send that to cbo@mdusd.org. We'll see you next week.